Okay, before we talk about service mesh concept, so there's a few more things I wanted to cover. So let's go back here, and so yeah, this inspect is not working for some reason, and I figured out that there is another command called describe. Okay, so if we do kubectl describe pod and then the name of the pod, for example, it's going to describe, or it's going to give us the metadata about that pod. Okay, now let's enter that, and this is what it's going to show us. Okay, so the name, so what namespace is that pod uh, into, service account, and then the IP of the node, like what worker node is that pod running in, start time, things like that, and also the image. See what is the image running in that pod, we can see this here, and the ports, all these ports that are exposed, things like that. Okay, you can get all the metadata about this um, pod or any other Kubernetes object. So if you want to get, let's say, kubectl get deploy, if you want to get information about this deployment itself, you can do kubectl describe deploy and the name of the deploy. Okay, so this is the this is the description for the deployment called add service. Okay, so this is how we can describe and get information or the metadata about each of these Kubernetes object. It can be a pod, a service, or deployment, or any other kind of Kubernetes objects. Okay, and another thing that I would like to show is, let's do kubectl get pods first of all, and then how can you see the logs that are being generated inside the container. Okay, so let's say these pods, let's say add service. Okay, how can we do this is we can do kubectl logs and then the name of the pod. Okay, if we do this, so these are the logs that are generated. Okay, you can do this for any other parts. Okay, so those are the two things that I wanted to mention before we discuss about the next concept.